Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Grown Ups the podcast. Hi, Ellie.
Hi everybody. Hi Maggie. Happy Monday.
Woo!
How is everyone feeling on this fine week? This English weather, yeah. I've had enough.
So, because I've been on Skyscanner like 4 times this week already. Like,
Do
don't.
you know what? I was even thinking this. I was thinking Maggie jinxed it. This is the summer that Maggie's spent it in the UK and the summer is not summering. It
I
must
should
be
not be
you.
here. I should not be here. I agree. I agree. The country doesn't want me here, neither do I.
But yeah, it's been a bit a rough one, but how was your weekend? What did you get up to?
Girl, I impulsively got a haircut.
I know, I love it. Girl, this fringe, guys, Maggie had a fringe way back when, and it was like my favorite hairstyle of hers. I'm just loving it.
Do you know what it is? I have a annual plan for my hair and I want to dye it right basically, but there were still blonde bits in my hair. So I'd been
Still.
yes, still, mate, the bleach when you do it at home, it does not leave your system, like it's ridiculous. So I was in my head thinking, oh, should I cut a fringe? Because that would just get rid of it because it was just the front
Mm.
bits, and then I'll dye it in like a couple months. And then, but I wasn't going to do it. And then, literally, this weekend, my nails broke and I needed to wash my hair. And I went to wash my hair, and like my nails getting caught up in the hair, and it was just getting me mad. So, literally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to the hairdresser. They're going to do it for me. And Bob's your uncle. Now I've got a fringe and a bob.
I love that. That's like the epitome of I've got my shit together. Like, I need my hair done. I'm going to the salon. I ain't gonna do it at home, like, apart from the fact that you didn't have your shit together. But
Don't have my shit together, slash mental breakdown. I don't know, one or the other.
I wish I had the salary to be like, I just want to go to the salon. All my money at the moment is going on exercise, but c'est la vie, c'est la vie.
She doesn't have the salary, but she's impulsive, so it's fine. How was your weekend?
It was good. We're recording this a tad in advance, guys. So last weekend was actually the box opening of Barbie and Oppenheimer. So
Mm,
I am a cinema babe. Like if I'm gonna have a date night, cinema is like my top date night. I
yes.
love it. It's so chilled. So we went to see Oppenheimer first because taking Billy to see Barbie was not an option, by the way. No. Um, and you've seen it too, right?
I literally saw it last night and oh my God,
I thought it banged.
I loved it.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was so the acting, that the best acting I've seen in a really long time. Like they had an amazing cast. The only thing
Mm.
I would say, yeah, is that I'm a little bit uneducated. Like I didn't go to my history lessons in secondary school because I used to learn to play the flute, and I did that during history because I found history boring.
Dead.
Um, yeah, so I was a little bit clueless, like about the communists and the Soviets. I was like, oh, quickly Googled in the cinema, but after that, it was top notch. It was really good.
I'm screaming. Do you know what? I think that film, I completely agree, really amazing and really interesting historically. And especially like if younger people watch it, that I don't know if they still teach this in school or not. I really don't. Um, but even if you did get taught it in school, like I got taught it and there were a lot of details that I didn't know about it. It was so interesting. Like I was just it was 3 hours long. I could have watched it for a whole other hour. Like I was so interested in it. And me and my friend who went, we literally stayed in the cinema for like 20 minutes after, like just debriefing about the whole film because it was so cinematically fantastic. Like that is what cinema is about. Like I loved it. Oh my God, go watch it.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It makes history so interesting.
Yes.
Like that shit was good. And the fact that one of the things that I did not know was the fact that they didn't bomb, was it Kyoto? Because that's where the guy went on honeymoon.
Yes, exactly. Stop it.
The
No, stop it.
disrespect. Absolutely mental.
I
Banged.
think
Highly recommend.
the overall sentiment for me was another issue of politicians are the villains. Politicians need to listen to scientists, and it's just, I mean, it's obviously more complex than that, but it just put so much into perspective and like how the government is moving today as well is still going on like that. Like politicians will take what they want from the scientists, like the nugget of information, but not the full picture. But yeah, so good. Loved it. Really loved it.
No, it was fantastic. Are you going to see Barbie at all? Is that your bag?
I'm going to see it this weekend, hopefully.
Okay, fab. I'm going on Friday, so I'll update next week.
Lovely.
I've heard really mixed reviews about that one. Some people
Me
said it was like
too.
too cringe, and some people said it was like banging.
I guess we'll be the judge.
Yeah. We're gonna do our news story early, guys, based on this topic. Because I find it really interesting, like, because the film industry, one, is like one of the most unsustainable industries, right? And
Mhm.
two, the money it costs, I could never fathom the money it costs to make a
Mm,
movie and then what they get back. Like it just is shocking to me. So I found this
yeah.
mad interesting. So I did a little bit of Googling. Um, so Barbie in the opening weekend only globally earned 300 million pounds,
Damn.
which I just thought was mad. And then Oppenheimer, which I think is understandable because it's like more educational,
Mm.
earned 165 million pound.
Oh my God.
Mental. Can we just say, sorry, there were girls in the cinema dressed up like they were going for dinner in like heels and pink booty shorts and all this jazz. I was like,
Ellie, best believe when I go to see Barbie, I'm dressing up too. It's so funny because when I went to
are
see
you?
Oppenheimer, I was in, because it's cold, I was in tracksuit, but my tracksuit was pink. So, and I was wearing purple Crocs. The ones that you got me for my birthday, actually.
Love
Um,
that.
and I was walking and there was this group of girls who had obviously just seen Barbie and they were like, oh my God, Barbie, Barbie. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. And then my friend was like, no, they're looking at you because you're wearing pink. It looks like you just went to see Barbie as well. I was like, oops.
Yeah, you did well. I was in a blue tracksuit. I literally looked as far from Barbie as I could have tried, as I could have
Yeah.
possibly been.
It's a whole event. Like people are making a big thing out of it. It's quite cool.
It's wild. I've never seen anything like it, but
Me
yeah,
neither.
very cool. But anyway, so Barbie, yeah, it was made by Greta. I think it's Gerwig. Please don't correct me.
Yeah.
Um, she directed it. It was the second biggest opening of all time and the biggest debut ever for a film directed by a woman.
Oh,
Bossed it.
really?
She actually bossed it. Imagine.
Wow. That's so impressive.
Yeah, good for her, man. I thought that was lit. Maybe I'll have something else to say on Friday after I've seen it, but
Yeah, no, let's see if we actually like it or not. But I think I must say it's so interesting how these two films, the hype that I mean, especially around Barbie, the hype that has been around Barbie, and I heard, I don't know if it's fact, but I heard that the marketing budget was bigger than the actual budget for the film itself. Because if you
mad.
it could be a lie. But if you look at like when we first found out about Barbie, this was like a year, like I remember being gassed about this like a year ago. And then ever since then, like there's so many things that they've done to hype up this film that I'm like, how can it live up to the hype? Whereas Oppenheimer, it's like it was a big deal as well, but we've just found out about it like normally as we would anyways. So when you go to see it, it's like, yeah, bangers on mash. But the Barbie one, it's like it's bound to disappoint. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The adverts it looks funny,
Mm,
but like I don't know. We'll see. But she did good regardless. Like she did her thing. Imagine that.
she did. She did do her
Making
thing.
history.
And it's great
Yeah.
office talk. I'm sure everyone in the office like, did you watch Barbie yet? Yeah, yeah. What do you think? Like
Yeah, it's true. I've barely been in this week, if I'm being honest, but I'm going in tomorrow, so I'll see. Anyways, so other than Barbie Oppenheimer, I feel like this season two has really concentrated on like us being in our 20s, glowing and growing, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, so we thought we'd keep on that trend, and we didn't do a poll this week because we're so creative.
Because we're so creative.
We did a what do we do? Like a question box, and we basically asked you guys what are your deal breakers slash biggest red flags in your 20s? And the
Mm,
results are in.
yes. Let's have a look through them. Okay. So someone said arse lickers who will climb over anyone to get to the top. Oh,
I Are you opposed to licking arse to be the best? I don't
I will
know.
lick all the arse needed. I don't care. I will lick everyone's arse and their uncles if it's gonna get me to the top. Like, please. If I think working class people don't have an option to not lick arse. Like, unless you're really talented.
I even feel like though it's like it is obviously you have to be talented, yeah. But it's not just about being talented anymore. And like licking arse, yeah. Is it licking arse or is it actually just being really friendly and approachable?
Yeah, and is it actually just putting yourself forward for jobs and making yourself useful and like you want being motivated and knowing where you want to be, therefore you act in a certain manner. If that's licking ass, then call me ass licker because I'm an ass licker.
I agree. I agree. I think there's a fine line. Like, so long as it's not like competitive and someone's stepping on my toes, dash
Mm.
darling. But if we're both just doing our best, being approachable and getting on with management, then I think it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never seen it, so I don't know what it's like in real life. Like I've never had a colleague, I'm like, oh my gosh, like put your tongue in your mouth, like it's not that deep. But I've always been someone who's like a teacher's pet and stuff, so I've I don't know, maybe that's just I'm more I would tolerate it more because that's just the kind of person I am.
No, I
Anyway,
hate. I even have people at work at the moment who are like to me, "Oh, you know that you're their favorite. You're their favorite. Oh, you're his favorite." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not even trying to be his favorite. Like, can you leave me alone?" I find it a bit like, I don't know. Don't call me his favorite. Like, I'm just doing
yeah,
my
but
job.
because low-key you're being shady. You're being shady. There's just a shadiness about it. Like I don't know, like, oh, you're his favorite. Like, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry it wasn't you.
Yeah. Be nice, but we're not opposed to arse lickers out here.
We are not.
How about micromanagers with capitals and a big exclamation mark at the end? That was the next one.
That one I am opposed to. Because I don't know though, some people need to be micromanaged. Because if you I think especially in the age of hybrid working and working online, there's a lot of trust that goes into it. And I
Hmm.
think sometimes you need to be like some people need the direction and need they might forget. I know sometimes like I'll be doing something and I've forgotten like a small part and I need someone to remind me almost. Um, but I don't know, like how bad is it? Is it like someone like looking at your every move? Is that the issue? Is that what micromanaging looks like?
Yeah, it's true. I don't think like my managers, I don't think I've ever been micromanaged. Like my manager's actually really good at giving me a lot of freedom, but I also want someone there like supporting me and being like, "Oh, are you okay with this? Are you good with that?"
Hmm.
Like I think, yeah, that's where I'm at. But if someone's standing over your shoulder, watching you do your work, that will drive me nuts. That will give me so much anxiety.
To be honest, I have had a friend where every email that she sent out, her manager because the group inbox was copied into it, just in case like if someone's on annual leave or if someone's
Oh
sick, someone can
yeah.
pick it up. And her manager would literally read all the emails and then reply directly to her about what she has said. And it's like, first of all, do you not have more things to be doing than this? Like, how do you have so much time to look at my emails and your emails? Second of all,
Boy.
pull it up in a meeting if it's that, like, it's just, I mean, I guess that's being micromanaged, right? Like, your every move, someone's watching.
Yeah, that's about, do you know what? Talking about emails, sorry. Guys, I sent an email today and someone was like, "Oh, yeah, I need to look at a site, a flour mill site." And I was like, "Cool, cool, yeah, I'll drop them an email." So I dropped them an email. I wrote flower as in a flower, like a bunch of flowers,
Oh,
rather than flower. As in,
that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I was like, yeah, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Yeah.
Can't. Maybe you need to be micromanaged, Ellie. Someone needs to look through your emails.
Oh boy, embarrassing. I feel like emails are where I trip up the most, but
Oh,
let's
me
not get
too.
into that. And they're permanent. Ugh, I wish they evaporated after a certain amount of time.
I know like I know that Google has that thing, like Gmail, sorry, has that thing, sorry, Outlook, I mean, has that thing like
Get
in
that.
30 seconds, you have 30 seconds to unsend it. But sometimes I clock I've sent something wrong like 3 minutes later, and then you can't unsend it, and it's just a nightmare. Like,
Yeah. Or like now you can edit WhatsApps and stuff like that. I feel like you should be able to edit emails and it should just say edited.
Yes, I completely agree. I'm so for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that will save me a lot of embarrassment.
Mm.
What else have we got?
People who take credit for your work. Oh, it's given university group project.
Sis. Even worse than people who take credit if for doing your work, it's people who do nothing and take credit for the entire project.
Yes. Oh, no, no, no. That's the
Yeah,
worst.
yeah, I don't even know how people do that. Like, I have so much pride. I'm so hard on myself. I could never stand there and be like, yeah, that was my idea. I'm always giving other people credit. I'm like, yeah, they did this part. Like, I always make it so known. That's
You
embarrassing.
I agree. If like we have worked on something as a team and we're presenting to some, so this is at work and we're presenting because at uni, best believe I'm saying I. But if it's at
Yeah.
work now, because we are a team, I'll be like, yeah, like if even if I know the heavy lifting was by me, I'll say we because we're a
Yeah.
team. And I know that at some points, like they will push more and I'll do a bit less or whatever. So, but yeah, if you're actually taking the credit for my work, you're bad.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No. I actually, sorry, this is so random, yeah. But there's this colleague at work, and he was like to me the other day, yeah, when I first started, you gave me all your work because you didn't want to do it. I said,
I'm correct.
pause. Never was that the case. I even remember my manager sitting me down and being like, oh, like make sure you share out the work. Like I know you can do it quickly, but don't do it all.
Ah,
And I was like,
you know, sometimes you need to fact check people. Actually, the real story is the manager was saying I was doing too much, that I had to give it out. So zip.
yeah, boy, like people can really come for you. Be careful. Um, okay. Oh, this one we basically spoke about. A manager that checks your diary as soon as you leave your desk.
No, no.
I'm trying to think if I know of anyone who does this. To be fair, nah, actually. I've had instances where people will be like, oh, do you know where this person is? Oh, let me just check their diary, which I think is okay because you just want to know their whereabouts. You're not like, oh, they've got up, where are they going? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd also like again, that's the whole trust thing. Like you need to trust that if I'm away from my laptop for 10 minutes to do the dishes, it's okay because I'm going to make sure those 10 minutes are accounted for. Like the thing will still be done.
Yeah. Do you know what? Since starting work, I've had actually amazing managers. Like they're so chill. They're like,
Mm.
so long as your work is done by the deadline, I honestly don't care when you do it. You want to do it at 4 a.m.? That's fine. Want to do it at 7 a.m.? That's fine. They're so relaxed. I love it.
Yeah, I love that. Luckily I haven't really had that micromanagement either.
No. We
Um,
also had some like just 20s, general 20s ones. What have we got? What have we got?
Yeah, because do you know what? Like our pod, it's all about growing up, right? So it's not just work. Work is a big part of our lives. We spend like 80% of our time doing it, but there's the outside of it as well. So some people did put in those bits. So someone said, not being able to communicate at your big age. Oh, someone's mad.
Yeah. Communication is key. I think like emotional intelligence, because I'm quite sensitive. So
Yeah. You're
mhm.
so right. There's a lot of people are not emotionally intelligent. It's so true.
Yeah, you just need to understand each other, you know? And also, I'm so big on this, yeah. I know this is proper like when I get into relationships, I'm
Mm.
like, well, at peas in a pod. So if you're airing me for a whole day, where are you at? I'd rather you be like, hey babe, I've got a mad busy day at work today. Probably won't message until 10 p.m. Speak then. If you're not doing that, get out of my life. I actually can't stand it.
I
Cannot.
completely agree because why am I hounding my phone for a message and the message will never appear? Like that's no, please, communication. If you don't want to speak to me, don't speak to me. But if
Exactly.
then we're not together. But if we're together, please tell me in the morning I've got this plan or whatever, like I won't be able to talk. I just honestly, even with friends though, like some friends can't communicate how they feel to each other and stuff. And it's just like What we don't know how to talk to each other in this day and age when mental health is so spoken about and there's so many tools online to help you communicate your feelings. You still don't know how to do it. Grow
You
up.
haven't done that LinkedIn course. Grow up.
Grow up.
Oh boy, those LinkedIn courses come in handy though. If someone needs help communicating,
Wait,
I
tell us
recommend you hit it
what.
up.
Wait, tell us
Hella
what.
LinkedIn courses. Have
Like,
you not seen? There's so many like on bias, on inclusivity, on how to communicate with different people from different backgrounds and stuff like that. Yeah, LinkedIn's good, man.
guys, we're gonna put the link below if you don't know how to communicate for the LinkedIn course of how to talk to people.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Guys, this one was rude. They started a business and failed.
Are we being no, of course not.
Excuse me, this is not a business. This is a charity. Actually, can I even say that?
I probably not.
Scrap. It's therapy.
It's therapy. It's 100% therapy. You know what? No, I don't think this is an ick or a red flag because I think it's good to start a business and fail. Fail quickly so that you can get to the successful part. Because you might, how many successful businesses have you seen that they failed like 20 times before the one successful business? So for me, that's not a red flag. That's a green flag as long as you're keeping going.
I love that. I completely agree. It's true. No one succeeds first time.
No.
And if you continually succeed first time, you're not building character.
Yes.
Character's important. What was I going to say? Hold on. That's what I was going to say. You just need to be ambitious. Like, so long as you're actually trying to succeed, you know, if you start and you're like, this ain't banging, and you just give up, that's not sexy. But if you're
Yeah.
continually pushing yourself, trying, expanding, looking at different things, then I'm all about that. It's fine.
Agreed. Completely agreed. Someone said, oh, on in that breath, jobless, but not trying to find a job. I'm not gonna lie. If I meet you and you're jobless, but you're just comfortably jobless, what are we doing? Do you have a trust fund? Because I don't understand
Not the
how,
trust fund.
unless you have a trust fund, what are you doing with your day if you're not applying for jobs? Confused.
I think the only issue for me would be like, what are we even going to talk about? 99% of 99, fucking hell, Cockney accent came out then. 99% of what we talk about is like me personally, is my job, what I've done after work. Like, that's what you talk about. That's how you make communication. Like, that's how you make conversation. That's how you communicate. What are you talking about? Oh, so I sat down and I watched this today and I watched that. I can't. I just can't.
It's always people like this, yeah, who will pull you up on dumb stuff, like who will complain about dumb stuff because you're actually jobless and you have nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. As long as you're trying, no judgment at all.
Oh yeah,
But
if you're
don't try.
trying, listen, as my guy 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. So as long
Oh,
as we're trying, it's okay.
agreed. Agreed. Someone else said not compromising on life things or work.
Oh, this is good because I think you're definitely at some point going to have to compromise at life or at work. Like you're going to have to. So not being able to do that is a big red flag in a person, 100%.
I completely agree. I think I said this to Billy the other day. He was asking, yeah, like when you have kids, when like he was like basically when you have kids, yeah, where do you rank your kids, your siblings, your parents, your partner? And
Oh,
I was like, babe, you missed the most important part. Where do you rank yourself? Like you
yeah.
I am the most important currently right now. The most important thing to myself. You're the most important thing for yourself. And actually, it should always be like that because if I'm not doing good, then I'm not going to be able to do good for you.
100%.
But at the same time, you obviously do need to make compromises, but don't make compromises so far where like it's affecting you. Like you are your priority. That person should be your second priority.
I completely agree. I'm so in my selfish bag right now, like I can't even describe it.
Me
Like
too. It's getting worse.
no, it is getting worse. Like it's me above everything, and I'll put me first. So shout out to me.
Love that. What
um
else have we got? Any more for anyone?
Someone said a red flag is lack of confidence. I feel like Oh, like the thing is, if I met someone and they had a lack of confidence, I would be like red flag. But I do think it's sad. Like if you don't have confidence, like it's not everyone that's blessed, you know. Like not everyone's had the life experience to be able to be confident in something. Like maybe they've really been beat down by work colleagues or whatever. Like it's sad.
I think it's tough because I'll be honest, I've seen some people without confidence and it gives me the ick. But at the same time, I'm not overly confident myself. Like there are areas in life where I'm like, I know I've got this, like I can do this. But there are also areas where I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually fraudulent. Like, what am I doing here? But I kind of think it's not as bad for girls. Is it just me? I almost feel like men are pushed harder to be confident and be these masculine figures. Whereas I almost feel like when you've got a girl that's not that confident, it's almost like, oh, don't worry, babe. Like, I'll build you up. Do you get me?
True. It's rarer for guys to be like, oh yeah, you look peg, my guy. Oh, you're so like this, you're so that. Whereas girls really do tend to lift each other up more.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a techie one. You've got to have patience to help build someone up.
you do, you do.
Okay. Last one. They consider 28 days of holiday a benefit.
Ooh, yeah.
Wait, hold on, actually. Who's offering 28 days? I'm coming. I just need
Wait,
that.
no, wait, that's such a green flag. You're so right. I get 25 plus bank holiday. So
Yeah, me
28,
too.
28 is a big green flag.
I'm
Take my
coming.
national insurance number.
Yeah, I agree. The holiday shouldn't be written as a benefit. It's not a benefit. Like, oh, but then again, it is a benefit because it's not statutory. Like, they don't have to get that.
I think I know people that get 20 days.
Yeah. So I was sitting in work, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, 25 days. Like, how am I going to survive? Especially coming off the back of uni
Mm,
when your whole year is holiday.
mm.
And people were like, oh, what do you mean? 25 days is so much. I don't know where to put them. And I was
No,
just like, wow.
that's what I like. I only found out the other day that some people get 20 days, not 25. I was like gagged and shocked and disrespected. Like 20 days, what do you do with that?
Two 10-day holidays and you're done. No time off at Christmas, nothing. Like you're done. That's it. Two-week holidays.
Allow it. Big, big
I
red
find
flag
that
that one.
wild. Agreed. Um, Very quickly, we might have a tiny bit of time. What would be your deal breaker? Your
It,
one massive deal breaker, like biggest deal breaker for you? I put
um,
you on the spot.
no, that's a good question. At work or for people?
All right, do one of each. Go on.
Okay. I think at work, the work-life balance thing, that's a big red flag for me. If I'm seeing that everyone in the company is staying late till like 9 p.m. all the time, that's such a red flag. Like we need a company that can foster a good work-life balance. Of course there will be busy periods, but that like whenever I start interviewing for jobs, that's something that I'm definitely have to ask about. For people, I think not knowing thyself. Like I think a lot of people don't really know what they want. It's not even what they want because me too, neither do I. But like it's like just knowing yourself well enough that you can make decisions and you can communicate how you're feeling. Like some people don't know themselves well enough to be able to say no to a situation because they don't actually enjoy it, but they haven't had that
Mm.
realization yet. So I think like for people, for me to be really close with and as friends or more whatever, knowing thyself is important. What about you?
I love that. That would not even have crossed my mind. Very good, very good. Um, okay, at work, 110%, yeah, work-life balance and like just people being supportive, happy for you to take time out here and there, so long as you're getting your shit done on time.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. And also people who give you opportunities to do better. Like there's stuff I'm not qualified and my manager will be like, here, do this. And I'll learn so much from being put outside of my comfort zone. So that's like massive green flag for me. Was I
Oh, I
doing red
love
flag or the
that.
green flag?
We were doing red flags, but you tell me your green flags, honey.
Green flag. And then in a partner, my biggest red flag, or like friends, would be someone who puts you down. Like if you have flaws, which of course we have flaws, but I think it always needs to be constructive criticism from the heart. Like if you're coming at me from a bitter angle, get out of my life. It's the most jarring thing. Or when someone sees a flaw in you, doesn't tell you, and then go tell someone else. Happened too many times. Like get out of my face. Can't stand it. Biggest red flag.
It's actually so true because even like when I look at my friends and when they're doing things, like I'm such a big supporter and I'm so like lift, 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 lift. And if you want an opinion, like and you need criticism, ask for that and I can do that too. But there are people that are just so the opposite, like they just don't know how to operate in a different way. And yeah, such a nah, stay away. Bad energy, stay far away.
Yeah, that's my biggest red flag. Don't be tearing people down, but constructive criticism is key.
Mm-hmm. Oh, love it. Great. Well, on that note, actually, as you know, guys, we're super creative. So we've got the Glassdoor reviews that we're doing all the time now. So this is a review of a job. So the title is Worst Job Ever. So
I swear they're all the same. Everyone be hating.
Everyone be hating. So the pros were like cool shirts, good snacks, free coffee. Which I'm not gonna lie, I love me some merch. Like, yeah, I'd love a t-shirt. Why not?
Me too. And free coffee never goes amiss. That shit is expensive.
True. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I can appreciate why it's so good to have it in the office. Good snacks. My office have naked bars. I don't know if you like naked.
What?
Yes, I be eating them. Like good snacks. It really makes my day better.
Sis, if there's naked bars in the office, I'd be eating them. I'd be storing them. I'd be taking them home. Are you mad?
They be in the bag, don't worry.
We love that. That's so good.
Honestly. Anyways, this Glassdoor review. Cons. Beware. ... Job was nothing like what I was sold on to begin with. Free dinners, unlimited PTO. I don't know what that is.
Personal time off.
Oh, unlimited personal time off, flexible hours, great place to work. All a bunch of fluff, this person says. Do not become a slave to this place, whatever you do. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be offering freebies and not be supplying out here.
No, honestly. So apparently they lied on the job interview, on the job description, just straight up.
Yeah, that's cheeky. That's misadvertising. Can't get done for that. I'm suing.
I'm suing. The snacks aren't good enough.
And where's the naked bars at, boy? We get free food on food. Wait, all right, fucking hell, we need to bring this episode so close. We get free fruit on a Tuesday, which I like because I'm on the healthy thing right now. So
wait, I get free fruit every day. You're joking? Your big corporate place, for-profit place can't give you a free apple, and my NGO can.
Should I talk to the big boss?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, I was really respecting the Tuesday thing. Although we have like last Thursday of the month drinks. They're pretty cool. We get pretzels and crisps.
We don't have those. We don't have those.
Networking.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that is the end of this whirlwind episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us every Monday at 6 a.m. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. If you want to get involved, join our polls on Instagram on Wednesdays, please. And you can email us at
grownupspodcast@gmail.com
or DM us at
grownupspodcast.
Guys, have a lovely week this week. Positive vibes only.
Woo! Bye.